Hi friends! So today we are going to start Unit 8 and we are going to be, for this week, we will be doing Lesson 1. So before we get started, I do want to go over just some formulas that you should have learned in other grades, but we're just gonna go over them quickly again to refresh your memory. So you will notice that if you looked at the assignment, we're going to be dealing with a lot of shapes today. So we're going to be working with area. So the area of a square is base times height. Okay, so you find the length of the base, find the length of the height, and then you multiply those values. Then the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. So you would do base times height, you would multiply base times height, and then you would take half of that. And I would recommend having a calculator with you just to help you out with that. And actually, let me get my calculator. You can use your calculators on your Chromebooks. Okay, so let's get started. We're first going to go over an easy example. So here we have a square, as you can see. Let's find the area of this square. So we need to find the base. So the base will be down here. I don't like that one. The base will be here. So that's my base. Let's see if I can zoom in. That's my base, and down up here is my height. So now we just need to count how many square units there are for the base and the height. So let's first count our base here. So you would go, and always you don't start at 1, you start at 0. So and if you need to, you can do bumps, but it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 units. So my base is 6 units. And then let's find our height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my height is also 6 units. So then we can write our information over here. So my base equals 6 units. My height was 6 units. So let's plug that into my formula, which is A of a square equals base times height. So that would be my base is 6 times my height would be 6. So my area is 36 units squared. So my area is 36 units squared. So here we're going to write 36. And so that means inside of this square there are a total of 36 little squares within the bigger square. Let's quickly do an example of a triangle. I'll have to draw a triangle. So here's a triangle. So I'll make it have a height of 5, base of 3. So let's put this in my formula. So the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. That dot means multiplication. So my base is 3. My height is 5. So then we will plug it into our formula. So we'll do 1/2. My base was 3. My height was 5. And then we're going to multiply. So it'll be 1/2. What's 5 times 3? 15. And then it's saying 1/2 of 15. You could put this in your calculator. You could do 1/2 times 15. That will give you 7.5 units squared. So my area inside of here is 7.5 units squared, but I'll just write 7.5 just so there's not a bunch of wording on the shapes that we're going to be dealing with. Alrighty, let's start with the first example. So here we have a square, okay? You will notice here that we want to find the area of the shaded square. So the shaded square is just this. Oops, sorry, I can't draw a line. Here, here, there. So we want to find the area of this square that I just outlined with the orange highlighter. All right, so you will notice that, my square, if I try to count how many little squares the base is, you will notice that it's not aligned with my grid. So I'm slanting on my grid, so I can't really count. It looks about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so, 9, but we cannot be certain because it is slanted. So we have no idea, is this a little more than a box? Is this a little less than a box since it's slanted? So there's a way that you can approach this. What happened here was that the book already outlined, I don't know. The book already outlined this. You'll notice it is inside of a larger square. Okay, so as you can see, my slanted square is inside of my pink larger square. But now what can help me is that, wow, I know that I can find the area of my pink square. So why don't we find the area of my pink square first? Because I know that my blue square is definitely smaller than my pink square. So why don't I just find the area of my pink square to help me out? So we have to find the base of the pink square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 units. Let's find my height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is also 10 units. So then we'll do area of my pink. I'll write it here. Let's find the area of my pink. So it'll be A of my pink square equals base times height. So this would be 10 times 10. So that is 100 units squared. So that means that, okay, my bigger pink square that goes around my shaded square is 100 squared units. However, we know that the blue square must be smaller than 100 units squared. But how can we find the exact area of the shaded square? Well, what you can see is that, this blue square is surrounded by 4 triangles. So I'm going to draw in those triangles so you can see. So there's 1 triangle. Here we have 2 triangles. Here we have 3 triangles, and here we have 4 triangles. So as you can see, my blue square is aligned with these pink triangles. So what we can do is we can actually remove those pink triangles and it will just leave us with this remaining blue square. So since the area of my whole is 100, we're going to subtract my non-shaded triangles, and then we will get the area that's left. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this so we have just my big square. Okay, so here we have my big square. Okay, so we have my big square. Now we're going to be dealing with the pink triangles. So let's find the area of my triangles, because we know how to do that because the area is 1/2 base times height. So let's find the area of my first triangle here. So if we look at the base here, the base is 1 unit. See, it's just 1 square. Let's count the height of this. So the height would be, so it ends at this point right here. So we need to count how many squares that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So we have a base of 1 and a height of 9. So my area of my triangle equals 1/2 my base of 1, my height of 9. Okay, so then let's solve that. We'll do, we'll do 1/2 my base, which is 1, my height, which is 9. So then we have 1/2, 1 times 9 is 9, and half of 9 is 4.5. So we know that the area of my triangle here is 4.5. And you will see that I'm going to write that really small in here to help me. 4.5. All right, so I wrote it in there that my area is 4.5 here. So you will notice that I drew with a Sharpie. So now I have to remove that somehow. Oh boy. Hold on, friends. I drew with a permanent marker. Okay. How about we do our next triangle? So the base here is 1, and my height is, so it goes up to here. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. Look. This triangle has the same base and the same height. So I know that, well, okay, this triangle here must be 4.5 as well. The area, 4.5. So I'm going to write 4.5 there. Okay, let's find the area of, did I cut this wrong? Hold on, I cut it wrong. Let's do this square triangle here. We have a base, so the base is here of 1, and we have a height of, so we need to go all the way here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're dealing with the same base and the same height. So I know, okay, well this must have an area of 4.5 as well. So I'm going to write 4.5. Last but not least, we have our last triangle, which has a base. So my base is 1 here, and my height would be, well, let me do that, and the height would be, goes up to there. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 as well. So since I'm dealing with the same base and height, I know that, okay, this is also 4.5. 4.5. Okay, so now I have the area of my surrounding triangles. So what we're going to do mathematically, and I'll demonstrate it with scissors, is we're going to take away these known values in order to get this unknown value that we're not able to calculate right away. So Let me just erase this, and that was permanent marker 2. Hold on. Okay, that should work. Sort of. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so when you're doing this on your own, you might not have graph paper. Most likely you won't, because I don't even have graph paper at my house. I had to print this. So you're just going to do this mentally in your head, but we'll keep a nice organization. So we know that the total area is 100 here. So my total pink area is 100. So I'm just gonna write area of my pink triangle is 100. So the whole thing is 100 square units. Now, we need to get rid of these white spaces that are not part of my shaded area. So let's do this first. So you're gonna do this mentally, but I'm gonna show you basically what we are doing physically. That will go there. That will go there. That will go there. That would go there. Okay. So look, I am left with my blue shaded square. But let me return these back to the way that they were. Like that. This will go like that. So I'm just reconstructing it for a second so we can subtract each part. And like this. Okay, so I put it back together, but I'm going to demonstrate what we are going to do mathematically. Oof. I'll go there, there. Okay, I sort of reconstructed it. It sort of looks like what it should. Okay, so let's subtract or eliminate each known triangle we created. Let's do the first one. So let's get rid of that. So that was 4.5. So we're going to do minus 4.5. We're going to get rid of this one. And this is also 4.5. So we're going to do minus 4.5. We're going to take away this section. And we're going to do minus 4.5. And we're going to take away this part. This is also 4.5. So we'll do minus 4.5. As you can see, we're left with just the shaded area that we need. So then you're going to use your calculator and you're going to do 100 minus 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 4.5, because those are the areas of my triangles. Maybe if you want me to do here, I can say minus triangle, 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 triangle. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Okay. 100 minus, we'll do 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 4.5 minus 4.5. And I get a total area of 82 units squared. So what this number means, what this number represents, is that my blue shaded square is 82 units squared. And the reason I found that is because I had all of these triangles around my square, and I was able to, so the word is called decompose. That's the big math term, decompose. So I was able to decompose or break apart my big square by just removing or subtracting my known areas. So I subtracted away my triangles, and then I'm just left with the shaded area. So that is how you are going to find the area of the two problems you have to do in the Google document. So let me just show you. you're going to be doing this one on your own. Actually, that's number 2. The first one is this one. You're going to find the area of the blue, just the blue shaded square. And then you're also going to find the area of this blue shaded square. So remember, what you do is, okay, we must find the areas of my triangles, and then we're going to subtract or take away this from the whole, and we'll end up with my shaded region. So remember, you have to find the entire area first. Then you're going to subtract the triangles, and then you will end up with the shaded region. Okay, so that is the first part of our activity. Now we're going to do something else. We are going to do this one. So here the problem is saying, what is the area of my square? Okay, let's see if I'm able to count the base, because I know, okay, the area of a square is base times height. So let's find the base. Well, clearly my square is slanted. Since it's slanted, I'm not able to count exactly how many units the base is and the height is. Since it's slanted, I can't say that's just 1. That might be bigger than 1. It might be smaller than 1. Look here, that space right there, that clearly is smaller than 1 unit. So when we have a slanted square like this, you might be thinking, how am I able to find the area of my square? Well, you're going to use what we just learned, and we're going to use that approach to help us find the area of the shaded region. So step one. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put a bigger square around my smaller square. So you're going to put big square around smaller square. And let me show you how you do that. So I'm going to take my pink marker and I'm going to draw. So you have to make sure that your square goes through the points. So I'm just going to draw this. I know it goes down to there. Each of the vertices of the smaller square must touch the sides of my bigger square. So you'll know when to stop if it goes through the point. Okay, look at that. I created a bigger square around my smaller square. All right, look, now I'm able to easily count the base of my bigger square and the height of my bigger square. So since that's pink, I'm going to make it pink. So let's find the area of my big square. So let's find the base here. The base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is a base of 11. Let me count that again though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And since it's a square, it should have a height of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So we have a base. So my big pink square, we have a base of 11. We have a height of 11. So that makes my area 121 units squared. So I know that the whole thing is 121. So, and I'll make sure that you know that that's pink there. Now, step 2 is we need to eliminate the pink triangles. Well, first, I'm sorry, step 2, you have to find, so we'll write it here, find area of surrounding, that's a good one, surrounding triangles. And we know how to do that, right? So let's find the area of each triangle, and I'm just gonna write it on my paper. I won't do any cutting. So let's do the first one. So my base here is, and if you need to, just so you know, there's the first triangle, here's my second triangle, here's my third triangle, here's my fourth triangle. Okay, so let's find the base and the height of each of these triangles. So my base here is 1, 2, 3. So I have a base of 3. Let's find my height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I had a base of 3 and I have a height of 8. So now I'm able to find the area of that square. So since we're dealing with pink square, I'll write it up here. So area of my triangle equals 1/2 my base, which is 3, and my height is 8. So it's 1/2 times, what's 3 times 8? 24. 1/2 of 24, you can put that in your calculator, you're gonna get 12. So my area in this triangle is 12, and I'm just gonna write a big 12. All right, let's do our next triangle. The base here is 1, 2, 3, and let's find the height of this triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh wow, look, I'm dealing with the same numbers. I'm dealing with 8 and 3. So I know if I have a base of 8 and a height of 3, or a base of 3 and a height of 8, well, my area is going to be 12. So this will be 12 as well. Let's do the next one. Here we have, we'll do a base of 1, 2, 3. Let's count our height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that, we're dealing with the same numbers. We're dealing with a base of 3 and a height of 8. Therefore, I know, okay, base of 3, height of 8, I end up with an area of 12 for a triangle. Last but not least, let's count the area here. So 1, 2, 3, I have a base of 3. Let's count my height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our last triangle has the same numbers, therefore this is also 12. So I now found the areas of my surrounding triangles. That was step 2. Oh, I kind of erased it. Find area of surrounding triangles. Step 3 is you're going to subtract or take away the pink triangles from the surrounding square. So let me put that in math. So just gonna erase this right here. So the area of my big square was 121 units squared. So the pink square here is 121 units squared. Now we're going to subtract or take away all of my triangles. So we're gonna subtract this one here, so minus 12. We're gonna subtract this one here, and you could put like a check to let you know, okay, I got rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. Check, got rid of that. Let's get rid of this one. Check, and let's get rid of the last one. Check. Okay, so I took into account all of my surrounding triangles. So now you can use your calculator, and we are just going to subtract or take away my surrounding triangles. So use our calculator. We're going to do 121 minus 12 minus 12 minus 12 minus 12. So we end up with 73 units squared. Now, why did I draw that in blue? I drew that in blue because the blue shaded region must be 73 units squared. So I'm gonna write that, 73 units squared. So how did we get that again? what we had to do is we had to find the area of my, so first we had to create the bigger square. You had to create a surrounding square that encloses the slanted square. Then you find the areas of each of the surrounding triangles. Once you find all of the areas of the surrounding triangles, you're going to subtract those from the whole. So you're going to take away, so here's my whole. You're going to take away or subtract these surrounding triangles, and then it will provide you with the leftover. And the leftover is the shaded region. So we found this slanted this slanted square is 73 units squared. So now what you're going to do is we won't give you all of these, but I am going to give you some slanted squares, and you're going to use these rules to help you find the area of this slanted square. All right, and if you need any help, you let me know. But I would also recommend watching this video again. I think it will really help you. I try to go step by step, but I'm always here to help you.